Homesteader family, welcome back to the journey. So if you saw the breaking news video that the little short video that I did May 2nd, I got that out. So Colorado is sold. That's the big news that I've been waiting to talk about. It's been a couple months in the process. It's been a long, tedious process. It's been a year and a half total, or just over a year and a half or so, trying to sell Colorado. So it's been a long, long road. And all this started a couple months back. And then there was contingency that the couple had to sell their house in Colorado Springs in order to purchase the homestead. And so I had to wait for that and then get some stuff done with the well up there because I didn't have the well changed as a 4-season well. I only had it set up just immediately so I could turn around and run sinks and water hose and all that stuff for the petting zoo in order to open for petting zoo, because I had to have running water for sinks for people to wash their hands. So I still owe the well company just over $1,000 on the well for them doing what they had to do. That was part of the contract I had to agree to get the sale to go through. So I've got to do that. And then the money came in today. So it actually closed at like 2 o'clock this afternoon. I got a email from the title company, said I'm officially closed. The money is in transaction. And so it's not what everybody was hoping for. It's not what I was hoping for. It's not an official sale. And I say it's not official sale because you think when you sell something, you get the money for it. So I'm selling it, but I'm not getting the money for it. Not yet. It's going to be a bit. So it's a young couple that's got some young kids, and they needed to owner finance. So I'm going to owner finance. I'm doing a 30-year mortgage with a 7-year balloon. So I'm just going to get small payments to me. It's big payments to some people. It's only $1,700 a month, which is a lot. But $1,700 a month is not a lot to me because I can't build a house for $1,700 a month. I can't build a barn for $1,700 a month. I can't do a lot of things I want to do on the homestead and here on $1,700 a month. So I'm going to go back to struggling once again, a little more comfortable struggling. I don't have to pay $40 a month to the electric company in Colorado because now it's not my property. So that saves me $40 a month. And then I don't have to pay $1,400 a year in property tax. So that's going to save me $1,400 a year. So it all will add up. And then the $1,700 a month payments until the end of year 7 or beginning of year 7, whatever it is. And then I'll get the bulk pay because that's when the balloon's due, unless I refinance again, which I'm not going to refinance again because I want the money to be able to build the house, the barns, the greenhouses, all that type of stuff. I wanted to have everything done by 40, and 7 years from now, I'm 35. So I'll be just over 42. So I'm going to miss my goal unless I can figure out another avenue. I am still planning to divide up the property out here on the homestead along the road. It's going to be about 23, 24 acres. That's going to be divided into 4 different lots. I'm going to try to sell those myself next year. I'm going to get all that done because it's like $2,400, $2,600 to get that done. And so $2,600 to get the survey done, to get the property broken up, and then I'll try to sell those for. What I'll do is I'll just do a for sale by owner sign. Since I took out a lien against the homestead, the 120 acres, in order to pay Colorado off completely, so I didn't have multiple mortgages. Now I only have the one mortgage on the homestead out here. So I still owe money on that. So since my realtor hasn't been able to sell the property, I'll let the contract go till September. Then that's the end of the 1-year contract. And then I'll do for sale by owner signs. and then I'll have the survey company do like a 4x8 map of the property and the lines, and I'll put that on a sheet of plywood and plexiglass over top that and post that in the ground so people driving by can see what type of properties for sale, where the lines are, things like that, and then try to sell the property myself, because then I'm not paying a realtor. That's going to save me a lot of money. And then hopefully between the 4 properties, I should get enough that I can pay the loan off on the rest of the acreage. So I'll have 90 something acres that will be mine if I can sell all 4 properties, and then I'll have no mortgage. So then I'll finally be free and clear. So the ranch, everybody's going to ask, well, if I'm owner financing, how am I buying the restaurant? And that's why everything has been up in the air. That's why I didn't want to talk about anything, because if Colorado fell through, I couldn't get the restaurant. So I did an owner finance with enough money down to cover the well being fixed, purchasing this, and then I'm going to be left with just about $2,700. So I'm back to being broke once again, because out of that $2,700, $2,200 is going to the snowballs, the machine, the flavorings, the pumps, all that type of stuff. So that's what I've got going on coming up. So that $2,700 is going to be spent as well. My new closing date is Friday at 9 a.m. on the restaurant here. So then as of next Friday, the 13th, lucky 13, I'm doing 13 snowball flavors, the 12 flavors, and then the chocolate marshmallow mix. So 13 seems to be the number. So I'm going to be closing Friday. I'll have this completely done. And then the couple that bought the ranch in Colorado, they are giving me until the end of June to get all of the trash out of there, get all the scrap metal out of there, get all my personal stuff out the shipping container and all that type of stuff. So eventually, coming up, I've got a detour once again, go to Colorado, get my stuff out of Colorado, get the trash taken to the dump out there, get the scrap metal taken to the scrap yard, and then get back over here. I've got to do some demolition and work around here. The snowball machine's like 2 to 3 weeks once I pay for it, because I missed the wiring window. I can't wire the money until Monday. So Monday, I'll wire the money, and then that will leave me the remainder. I'll take the remainder, $2,700, put it on my credit card to open up credit line on my credit card and order that. Then as soon as I pay for it, then the snowball machine is 2 to 3 weeks out. So that should put me roughly to June 1st to get the equipment. And then I close the 13th on this place. So that will be knocked out. And then I can work around here and then get out to Colorado. Hopefully get back before the first week of June with being done with Colorado. Make whatever trips I need to make. Get that taken care of. And then I can turn around, get back here in June and really go hog wild and bolt down everything, get everything the best I can to get the snowball business getting ready to run for the summer. And then I'll run the snowball business until fall. And then fall, I'll start working over at the homestead, clearing the woods, getting fence put up. I'm going to get the fence here. Today I dug a couple post holes. I got 2 posts concreted. So little by little, day by day, I'm doing a couple posts here and there. And then I'll start building braces, start stretching fence, and start getting that stuff done. And then I wanted to show you guys this. Lisa, who owned this place, she had this as a restaurant. Hi, Johnny. How are you doing? Glad to hear the news. I'm off to bed. All right, Boomer, Miss Sandra. I hope you are doing good over on that side of the pond as well. And I hope you have sweet dreams. And thank you. And I appreciate you being part of the journey and commenting and at least popping in for a little bit before you go to bed. But I wanted to show you this. Lisa left me this. And that picture is the original squirrel. So I'm going to do a silly squirrel snowball video eventually, and I'll show this picture again. But I just wanted to show what the squirrel used to look like back in the day with all the old vehicles. And then this was bolted to the building. So I took that off and just brought that in so it doesn't get any more weathered. The squirrel's a bit dirty. I'm going to clean the squirrel up. And so yeah, so that's the history of this place. This is what that place used to look like. It used to be a big booming business, and it's been here since the early 1900s. And it's a big local thing. And for those of you that didn't see my other video, I opened a Facebook page and Google page for Silly Squirrel Snowballs. So if you guys want to support that journey, go on and like the pages, thumbs up, do whatever you want to do. I appreciate it. And then the work I'm going to start around here is actually going to start this upcoming week. I had a YouTube subscriber. I was going to rent a jackhammer. They're like $82 at Home Depot for a day, and then with taxes and everything, it's like $100 for the day to rent a jackhammer. And this is how great and how amazing St. Joe is, Searcy County, Arkansas is I get a message on YouTube that says you can rent my jackhammer for free. And he passes by the squirrel every day going over to Snowball. So Snowball stand here, going to Snowball, Arkansas. So anyhow, he's going to bring a jackhammer to me Monday so I can knock out the sidewalks and the broken up sidewalk in the back that I was showing. Because I don't need a jackhammer all day. I actually just need it for a few hours. But with Home Depot, you get 4 hours or you get a day. And since Home Depot's over half an hour away each way, that doesn't give me enough leeway to get it knocked out and drive time, traffic, everything else. So it's just amazing, the community. I started my Silly Squirrel Snowball Facebook page. Several of my posts are over 3,000 views and shares and everything else. It's like this channel. It's growing a lot faster than this channel because it took me, I don't know how many years to even get to 10 subscribers. I wasn't even planning the channel. But Silly Squirrel Snowballs went, I already have over 100 followers on the Facebook page. I have over 3,000 views on multiple posts. And then I have a contest going for the drawing out front on the sign. I'm going to do a squirrel juggling snowballs. And I already got one of the drawings in last night at midnight. So if you guys want to see that drawing, go over to Facebook. If you have Facebook, I posted it on the Silly Squirrel Snowball page. And I don't know the person, but she said her mom sent her the link. She did a drawing for me and submitted it. And then I'm going to pick the top 3 that I like. And then I'm going to throw it back into the community's hand again and let them pick the winner. And then whoever wins gets the signage out front. So their art is on display. And then that's going to become our logo. And I'll eventually probably get the logo put on cups and napkins and all that, as I have the money to spend a little bit more than just buying the basic plain mugs or plain styrofoam cups, plain napkins, stuff like that. So that is what's going on around here. And yeah, so Colorado is finally done. I still got to go to Colorado. To Colorado for like the next 8 years until I live here, and I'm making do on my VA money. So to help a young couple out to be able to start their journey, and they're going to build a house on the ranch, and they got their little kids that love playing on the rock mound that for me excavating, for those of you that saw that, was like 20 foot tall. So to be able to help somebody start their journey and be able to not be greedy and just say, I need it all now, to be able to make it where they can make payments and they can do something that otherwise they may not have been able to do because of the cost of what I had invested into the ranch. So I still sold the ranch for about $100,000 less than I got invested into it. But now that I'm doing the owner finance, I should roughly break back even with the interest. Unless I owner finance for 30 years, then I'll make good profit. But I don't want to be 80 years, or what's it, 30 and 35, 65 years old. I don't want to be 65 years old when I get my last payment. So I want to get stuff done now. I want to get a house built. But now it's going to be another 7, 8 years. But we'll see what happens. If I'll sell those properties here if I can. If the snowball business does good, that will help do stuff. And yeah, $1,700 a month coming in. I'm going to start stacking that. That's what I've been talking about as well. Since I keep saying I'm going to save up money through the winter, that's what I'm talking about. That $1,700 a month coming in as payments. I'm going to save that up. Then I can start ripping into these walls, get insulation. I want to get a wood stove put in here. Eventually, all the electric redone, all the plumbing redone, and then redo the roof and do all different things. So, thank you everybody for the thoughts, the prayers, everything, all the comments, all the stay positive. Colorado will sell one day, and a year and a half later, it finally happened. And so that's been the big breaking news. I'm exhausted. Like I said, been doing those two posts today, and then I don't like drama, so I've had people say thanks for not talking about the whole relationship fiasco I went through, and all that happened, and I almost lost Colorado, falling through because of my relationship, because my title paperwork was delivered the week prior, and my ex decided to keep my paperwork, not return it to UPS, not call me, not tell me. So I had to go through of tracking it down, finding where it was delivered, how it was delivered, and all that type of stuff. Then I had to go get it, and then had to deal with her foul mouth family and all that stuff. And so that turned into a fiasco, and that's been a big drain. I actually did something I haven't really done in a long time. After that day, I spent half day waiting to hear back from UPS and my realtor and all that stuff to find out if I was going to get my paperwork in time, because I closed today and I didn't get my papers from her until like Tuesday or Wednesday. And so that, stressed me out. So I actually stopped at my shed and grabbed my bottle of Captain Morgan, and I had Captain Ginger and Captain and Coke, which a lot of people know I don't drink, and I rarely ever drink, except on some occasions. And I actually came home and had enough that it put me to sleep, and I was dead asleep until the next day. So I've had a big stressful week. I've had a stressful probably about last two and a half months since all this started with Colorado, because at any given time something could have fallen through, and if it fell through, I couldn't start the next journey, and this is the next journey. And I did have a YouTube subscriber that was willing to buy some of my land to get me the money I needed to buy the squirrel if something did fall through in Colorado. So once again, you guys are just amazing. I had my subscriber that wanted to buy my land to help me out to make sure this happened. I've got a subscriber apparently I didn't even know about here in the county that's going to bring me a jackhammer Monday free of charge to help me out. I just have subscribers that do super chats. I actually went and looked on my channel last night because I wasn't sure how many super chats I got. And I've actually gotten 5 super chats. And so I just got one the other night on the live stream, $20 from Norman. And here on there shows he sent me $10 in March. And then I've had 2 $10 ones and a $5 one. So I've had 5 super chats now in the 6 years that I've had this channel. And it's just amazing. I get handwritten letters. I get emails. In my shed, which when I empty the shed out and get over here, I have a subscriber that built me a coat rack. It's hanging on my wall in the shed. When I made my shed videos, it was hanging on wall. It's still hanging on wall with coats and stuff hanging on it. I'll be bringing that over here. I have drawings of kangaroos from people's kids. just, yeah, I mean, everything you guys do and send, I keep. I don't just toss away because it means something. If somebody's willing to put in time to write a letter or send a letter and pay for a stamp, that's money they didn't have to take out of their pocket to send something to me or give to me. They could have used it on them or their family. And I'm very grateful for everybody that, whether it's money, gifts, letters, comments, thumbs ups on the channel, thumbs down on the channels, because I do have a couple haters. Every video I get a couple thumbs down. But I appreciate everything. I mean, everybody just goes out their way. It's been an amazing journey. This is a journey I said that will not end. It will continue. I will not in 1 year say, oh, I'm done with YouTube. I have cut back on videos some years because I've gone through some rough patches and stuff like that. But this is a journey that will continue and continue and continue and continue for about another 165 years. So when this alien hits 200, he's done. He's gone. He's going back to Mars. YouTube is done with. And so, yeah, so it's been an amazing journey. I have amazing support from everybody. I really appreciate it. And we've got a lot of stuff coming up, a lot of things that are going to change. And yeah, so I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the kindness. I hope everybody has a wonderful night. I'm slowly decompressing, and the stress is slowly subsiding. Next Friday, when I close on this and this is officially done, then I can really breathe a sigh of relief, because then I don't have to worry about no more paperwork, no more signing, no more emails that I have to make sure I'm watching for. And I can just really sit back, enjoy, start this journey, start the snowball stand, really get into meeting the community around here and being a part of the community, and just seeing the joy that snowballs will bring to people's faces. Because growing up in Baltimore, Maryland, and going down to my grandmother's when we moved to Delaware, and then I would go down to Maryland for the summers to go down to the snowball stand and get snowballs with my aunts and get snowballs with my uncles and get snowballs with my grandfather. It was just a highlight of my life. And out here, it's the weather just like back east, and it's something I can do good. And now, since this county and everything is so supportive, unlike Colorado, which one of my subscribers today told me, you should be thanking everybody in Colorado. I'm like, thanking everybody in Colorado? He goes, yeah, they found you a perfect place to live without them being the way they were, running me out. Well, they didn't run me out because I stayed there until I got fed up with it. Then I'm like, I'm done on my terms is when I left. And he said, so if it wasn't for them acting the way they acted and not being appreciative like this county is for what I'm doing, then I would have never moved and I would have never found this. So because of this, I've already talked to a couple of people. I said, I want to, one of these days, once I get up and going, I want to go down to the school. The school's about a mile and a half down the road. And I want to do something for the kids here. So if they do like a field trip or something, have the buses stop by and do like $1 a snowball for the kids. Or if I can get enough donations or something, then just do free snowballs for the kids for field day or whatever, if they still have field day in school like I did. And yeah, so I really want to give back community and get things going here. And I look forward to having, like I said yesterday, I was thinking about, or day before, whenever it was, I was thinking about starting a Silly Squirrel Snowball channel to be separate from the Homestead channel. But in my opinion, I slept on it, I thought about it, and I'm like, yeah, I could do that, but then that's two channels I'm managing. And the thing is, it's not going to be a constant thing on the snowballs, but the snowball is part of what I want to remember. Like I said, that's why I made this channel, in case I get dementia or Alzheimer's, like people in my family. Then I got videos to look back on, like the Notebook with the guy reading and maybe watching. It will click stuff in my head if that does happen. But that's part of this journey. This is part of what's going to get me to the homestead. There's going to be animals here. This is my homestead because this is where I'm living. And I may not have all my animals here, but I've got 5 lazy dogs, and I know everybody loves seeing the mouses. So there's Monkey over there. We've got one of them up over here. And then we've got Max right here and Minnie right there. And then another one of my dogs somewhere. I'm missing a dog. Oh, we got Mickey Mouse and Chubbs right here. So I've got 5 of the animals. Soon to be more as soon as I can get fencing done around here. So got a lot of projects. I had a guy stop by to give me a quote on cutting the tree down that I showed over here, and to change out the signs, and then get the measurements of the signs, and then order signs, and then with the drawing contest, I'll get that sign put up. So I've got prices on that. I shook on it. So I told him I will do the business. I've got to wait until I close and for me to have the money. And then I'll get that done. So I'm going to have a lot of videos coming up, and a lot of new projects, not a lot of new things. Going to get some horseshoe pits put in. I've got a subscriber from Massachusetts that's coming out to visit me possibly this summer. I've got another subscriber that just did that $20 super chat talking about he's going to drive down from Chicago this summer to have a snowball and to meet me. Monday, I have a subscriber from here that's bringing me the jackhammer, so I get to meet another subscriber. So this is turning into a really cool journey because I've got subscribers that want to come out and meet. And what better than to have a snowball on a hot sunny day, sitting down with a subscriber and a member of this family on today's Homesteader. So I hope everybody has a great night. I've been on here 27 minutes. Not sure exactly what all I wanted to talk about, but I got a bunch of stuff out. Can you bring your camel out? I've had a couple people ask me that, Bo, if I'm going to bring my camels over here. And the problem is I don't have a way to transport the camels. And it costs $3,000 when I had them brought from Colorado out to here. So I would have to find an exotic transporter. Snow cone and camels. Yep, they both are humped. But yeah, I would have to find an exotic person that has the right trailer that's tall enough. It's a customized trailer to be able to move camels and giraffes and stuff like that. And it would just be pricey. And it's only 0.78 acres. And you got to remember the building takes up space. The parking lot takes up that space. And then over here where I'm going to do the horseshoes on the side where people order the snowballs and the fire pit and the propane tank and all that. So really I'm only going to have maybe 1/3 of an acre fence for some animals. So it's not really a lot of room where the camels can run, where at the homestead I've got about 10 acres fence. Excuse me. And so they can run. So I do want to bring some goats over, and then once the goats eat everything down, I think what I'm going to do is probably have my emus over here and some of my goats. So that way the goats don't take up much space, the emus don't take up much space, and everybody seems to love goats, and emus are just weird and exotic looking. So that's a little attention getter there. So that's what I've got planned. Yeah. And then the camels will stay over there with the rest of the animals. And then it's just back and forth until I had the money to build a house on the homestead and get that work done. And then the guy that came for the tree today and the signs, he's got excavators and bulldozers and all that. They put in ponds, they do roads. So I might end up not, depending on costs and everything like that, I might end up just hiring the work out. So work can be getting done over there while I'm doing work here. And then I've got more content and more stuff to be able to do if I'm not trying to do it myself. And then I'm not trying to literally break my back trying to do everything myself. I can get some help doing. So, and with the snowball stand, you know, that will help finance doing some stuff on the homestead and expanding what I want to do, how I want to get things done, and more projects that I want to get done. So with that, we're at 30 minutes. Has it been getting warmer? It was rainy and cold today, but I believe Monday, Tuesday is supposed to be 92 with 100%, or 100 degree heat index. I'm not used to the heat index thing because we don't have that in Colorado. So it's supposed to be 92 degrees Monday, Tuesday with a heat index of 100 degrees. So it's getting ready to get hot. We had a lot of rain, a lot of moisture, rain some today. I got the lawn mowed today. I got 2 posts put in today. But yeah, so with that, I'm out of here, everybody. I hope everybody has a great night. That was the breaking news. I appreciate you guys watching, giving me thumbs up, supporting the journey. And I'll talk to you guys on the next video. I'll be back out at my property the 20th. Well, give me a call when you get a chance, Bolt. My number is 719-285-5752. And maybe we can link up when you get back out here. Enjoy. Take care, everybody.